Hi, Jesus. Good morning. This is Jackie from the library, and getting back to you on your question for your argumentative essay, LeBron James versus Jordan. Where do we stand on that? I'm a James fan, so I love that your email also includes Celtics in it. I think that cracks me up. You're a true fan. I lived outside of Boston for an area, and that was a big thing. So in your email, you requested a book specifically. In general, that's probably not the best resource for that particular research topic, just because it's really current. What we'll probably find is a lot of articles through the databases that I showed you on Monday. That being said, please let me know if your instructor is requiring you use a book, and send me their email, because I don't mind contacting them and telling them that you tried and the library just doesn't have a book that covers this topic. We have plenty of other resources, but due to the nature of that particular research topic, and that happens all the time, an article database is the better resource for getting you the information that you need. That happens a lot also with like technology, health sciences. You need the most current cutting edge information, and books take longer to publish in print, where an article is published in no time. So let me show you how to get there. As you're going to see in your email, I did also attach some articles for you just as a sample that might work for you. But what you want to do is, of course, again, starting at the college homepage, just bluecc.edu. If you clicked on library, you probably remember where we're at. If you click on library databases, here we are. And I'm going to click on top library databases. And we're actually going to go to the one database I didn't show you guys, which is this Academic Search Complete. I showed you Opposing Viewpoints, Academic One file. This is my favorite database. I often don't introduce it to students until they get to a more advanced writing course. But it's comprehensive, and kind of has everything you need. So one quick thing with this database is right now the default is this database called Academic Search Complete, which I kind of call a Fred Meyer of databases. Kind of has a little bit, or Walmart, has a little bit of everything that you need. It's pretty robust. But you can also be more specific. So I'm going to click on this Choose Databases link. In your case, if you were doing some research, say on business, which, maybe you do want to look at the business of, if that was your topic in the MBA, that would be interesting. Or if you wanted to do research on, health or that sort of thing, you can choose. I'm actually choosing this one called Master File Premier. That's totally obscure, but it just searches other popular magazines as well. And I actually kind of tested this morning, and I was really surprised to see that they had actually, there was a subject on LeBron versus Michael Jordan. I guess I should know that that's such a big topic. So I'm going to click search. And all the articles, just like in the other databases, all the other articles here are kind of similar. You can filter by date. These go all the way back to 1997. I don't know if that's a big deal or not. You can, just scroll down. What's in blue here is just the titles and things like that. I think some of these first ones might be great for what you might need. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on here. Click on the title, because I want to get a little bit more information. And so what's kind of cool is that, let me just point out some things for you here, is it gives you a summary of the article. It tells you, well, this article is discussing whether, as you guess, Michael Jordan's better, LeBron James is a better basketball player in the history of the NBA. And it has a diagram. How cool is that, comparing the careers? Wow, statistics. A couple other cool things I want to show you is that it also, this article links you to other particular topics. I don't know, say you wanted to look specifically at the history of all basketball players in the United States. If you click there, that would take you to everybody. It's kind of a cool feature. So that's a summary. That's a shortcut. How do you get to the actual article? There's two things. Those are on the left-hand side here. This is available in HTML or PDF full text. Actually, since it's in HTML, it's going to be right down here. And you can look at the comparison. I sometimes find the PDF easier to read, because how it shows up is exactly how it looked like in the magazine, right? I don't know. I find this easier to read. There's the numbers. It's super clear to me. If you needed a visual aid, like say you were doing the same paper for your speech class, your COM 111 class, this would be a great visual aid for that class. So thinking ahead to the future. When you find an article that you like, I want to point out the tools. Just like in the other database, you can save this to your Google Drive. You can print it out, click here to do that, email it to yourself, and that citing feature. Everybody loves the citing feature, so I'm clicking here, and it helps you give you an example of how you would cite this for your Writing 115 paper. I'm going to scroll down because you're using MLA, and there it is. Right there, you just copy and paste that into the end of your paper where you need to put in your works cited. For the in-text citation, and I know your instructor will cover this a little bit more, if you wanted to introduce something that you learned from this article, you would say, one way to do it is saying, as Sean Gregory noted in his article about the LeBron versus Michael debate, I don't know, Jordan has a better average points per game, but his shooting percentage is a little bit less, so things like that. That's how you would cite that within text. And then in parentheses, you would just note that Gregory 2018. So I hope that makes some sense for you. Like I said, I'll send some of these articles to you because they're pretty cool. So I'm going to go back, and what I'm doing here is I'm just getting back to our result list. And yeah, but you can see there's just a ton of articles on this particular topic. Wow, here's a summary of statistics and graphical techniques. How cool is that? And they actually use this in a teaching class, it looks like. So again, same thing, you just click on the article title, up it comes, and you can use all those tools to access that. But I'll send you some of these too, in case that's interesting. And again, please let me know if your instructor is requiring that you use a book, because that's really, I'm just going to say that's a little out of date for what most students need to use to research. And I want you to be successful researchers, and this is the tool you need to be a successful researcher to achieve what you want to achieve. So anyway, yeah, send me an email if you need it, and I'll send these over to you. Okay, take care, Jesus.